So you've gotten a little out of hand, a lot out of hand, and you need to go to rehab. I mean, your drug addiction and your drug problem is not just you're waking up the next day and you have a bad headache and you just really stopped working out. I'm talking like your life is unmanageable and you don't have the things that you used to. You may not have the family and friends that you used to. You may not have the money that you used to. You may not even have the job that you used to. And you cannot get out of bed anymore because without the drug, your drug of choice. Your body has become dependent on it, and maybe even your body actually may have changed up a little bit and is reacting differently. And now you don't know what to do. Maybe you cannot afford it anymore. Maybe you've run out of options for getting your drug of choice, whether your doctor has cut you off or you can't find or afford a street drug anymore. And so you really have no other choice because your life has become so unmanageable that you need to do something about it. Real quick, my name is Lauren. I am a recovering addict. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist. I'm just somebody who has been through it. And I've been in recovery for 6-7 years. And I'm just here to help you out a little bit, tell you a little ins and outs about inpatient rehab and what you need to do to get ready for it and how or what to prepare yourself, what it's going to be like. So one of the hardest parts of inpatient rehab is finding a place to go. If you have a lot of money, it's not hard for you. There are places that cost $30,000 to $200,000 for a 30-day treatment or sometimes even a week treatment, and they would be happy to take your money, and I'm sure they'll find you a bed real fast. And that's what it's called, a bed. When you're calling these places, you ask them if they have any open beds, because if they don't have a bed, they won't have room for you. These are residential places, so you will be staying there. So you need a bed to sleep in. So always ask for a bed available. So there are a few different places online that you can go and check to see if they have any beds available. And I'm going to leave a few of the websites below. But hopefully you can find a place through your insurance company, or if you don't have insurance, you're going to have to look on one of these websites below. And if you are out of money and you have no money, you want to ask them if they have the ability to sponsor you or if they have anyone that will sponsor you. There are kind people out here in the world that realize how expensive treatment is, and they will sponsor a certain amount of people to go through these programs. And some of these programs are state funded also. That's the one that I went to. I actually had insurance, but they were state funded, and the state covers a certain amount of people, patients per month. So you're going to find a place and you're going to call them up and you're going to ask them if they have any beds available. You're going to ask them if they have 24-hour medical treatment. That means, can you detox there if you are on drugs that could kill you? There are 2 drugs that can kill you, and that they will not take you at a place that does not have medically supervised 24-hour doctor care. Medically supervised doctor care. They will not take you, and that is going to be your benzos like Xanax and alcohol. Those are the 2 drugs that you can die from detox. All the other drugs, you might feel like you're going to die, but unless you're like super dehydrated or for some other reason, you won't die. You will die if you're you could die. You won't die. Sorry. You could die by having withdraw from a benzo or from alcohol. So they cannot take you legally if they don't have the ability to treat you properly. So if those places are available, they have beds, but you still have to detox, then you're going to have to go to either a behavioral health. You can look up behavioral health and mental health for 3 days, or the hospital. So either of those two places, you still want to secure yourself a bed. But if you aren't on a benzo or alcohol, then you could go there and detox, because you don't need to be medically supervised. You may think you need it, but you don't. So let's say you got a bed and you're gonna go, and you don't need to be medically supervised. Let's just say everything's worked out for you. Now, it's very hard to get a bed, and I think they don't do that for a reason. You would think that in 2023 it would, and with all the addiction problems we have, that these places would be more readily available. But I promise you, it's hard to find a place. And I want you to write yourself a note how hard it was to find this place and how blessed you are to be in that facility, because there will come a time when you want to leave. And I want you to take that note out and read it, and how blessed you are to have a spot in this facility where you can recover without all of the trials and problems and triggers and stresses of the outside world. So you're going to get ready to go. They usually have on their websites what you can bring and what you can't bring, but I'm going to give you a little, kind of like what all of them are, or allow you to have or not. You want to bring comfortable clothes, something to wear to bed, a pair of sweats, jeans. You cannot wear jeans that have a bunch of tears and rips. You cannot wear anything that has drug paraphernalia. It could be a trigger for somebody else there. You cannot wear anything that has your midriff. Sometimes they won't allow spaghetti straps. You have to look presentable, because you're not in there by yourself, and most likely it's going to be co-ed. So you need to be able to walk around and not have the people from the opposite sex looking at you and whatever, So you want to be as professional, adult-like as possible. So go ahead and get some clothes, at least 3 days. You will have the opportunity to wash your clothes while you're there, but you want at least 3 different outfits. So they won't let you wash clothes every day. They usually let you wash every 3 days. You want to bring, of course, underwear, underpants, socks, shoes. Now, you can't have shoelaces. They will just take them off your sneakers and hold them for you till the end. You could hurt yourself with them. So you want to bring shoes. When it comes to hair, shampoo, of course you want to bring that, but you can't bring anything that has alcohol in it, like sanitizer, or if any of your hair products have alcohol in it. Alcoholics will drink that. They will drink that. I know it sounds really gross, but I'm telling you, addiction is nothing to fool around with. People are in a lot of pain, and they will do a lot of different things to get through this pain, or not to have to feel it. A lot of different things. And one of the things is that they will drink hand sanitizer. Another thing that you cannot bring is a razor. Usually they'll allow you a razor. You can get one from the front if you want to shave. So it's not like you will have to go around with absolutely no way to shave your legs or your beard or whatever you shave while you're there. But you'll be able to get that, but you can't have one in your room. Again, because you could hurt yourself. Usually you can bring a book. They always have books there. At least they have the Bible. You will get an NA book and an AA book, because you will be going through therapy and treatments. You will be attending a lot of different NA, Narcotic Anonymous, and Alcoholic Anonymous meetings. And you will have the big book and the NA book. You will learn what that is. So you can bring some makeup, you can bring a blow dryer, you'll bring all those things so that you have it. And also you will have the ability for somebody to drop off things for you if you need them while you're there. I'm not sure if you can get an Amazon delivery, because when I was there, Amazon was just kind of starting. I was 7 years ago, and Amazon was not nearly as big as it is now. So I'm not sure about that. I do believe I did order a book off of Amazon, and that should be fine. Okay, so how do you get there? You cannot drive and leave your car there. There's a lot of different reasons why, but mostly it's so much easier for you to get into it and leave and bring others with you. Also, usually there's not enough places for people to park there, so you'll have to get a ride. Hopefully you haven't burnt all your bridges, or maybe you can get an Uber ride or get somebody to drop you off. Once you're there, you'll have intake, and what happens in intake is that you go in, they give you a drug test. Why do they give you a drug test? Because they want to know what they're working with. You might lie and say that you're not on something like a benzo or a lot of alcohol where you could really hurt yourself if you detox without being medically supervised. So they want to make sure they know what they're dealing with here. They are now your responsibility. You are now their responsibility. So they want to make sure that they're not dealing with something and you may be lying. Come on now. Drug addicts lie. So they'll do a drug test and they'll ask you about any kind of antidepressants or any other like psychotic drugs that are mental health drugs that you may be dealing with. A lot of places will take you off of everything and you'll see their psychiatrist to go forward from there. So be prepared for some of those places. You might want to ask that question. You will definitely not be able to take any narcotic. So if you have Adderall or if you have a benzo, no, none of that. Doesn't matter if the doctor has prescribed it to you. This is why you're there, to get off of these types of drugs and to be clean. Take advantage of it. You won't have any of the outside noises that you might have, that you definitely will have if you do this at home. You are in a safe environment, and this is going to be your time to do what you want to do so that you can get your life back. You can bring your phone with you, but more than likely, they will take it from you and you can get it back after you complete your program. This is good for a few different reasons, but mostly, most of the people, here's an example. One of the places, the most successful place, the place where I got clean and sober, they did not allow phones, and you were allowed to use their phone. They would give you about an hour during the day to use the phones for everybody. So that may be 10 minutes for you. I promise you, there would always be at least one or two people who would leave after getting off that phone. Whether it be they called their kids and it made them really upset, or their husband or wife made them feel like they can't be it without them. They can't do life without them. And this is bullshit. I promise you, the best thing you could be doing for your child or for your husband or wife is exactly where you are in rehab, getting yourself better. It is not forever. You will get out of there and you will be able to face the world like you so want to when you get off the phone with these people. That's why I just think it's easier for you just to kind of try and give yourself this opportunity. Try to stay off the phone. It really will allow you to focus. So you will get there, you given the phone. That first 3 days, you kind of like on easy path because you will have packed days. They have you in a schedule. The first 3 days, you're usually detoxing. You can sleep later, or you don't have to go to eat if you don't want to. They believe that you are coming off of drugs, so you need a few minutes to breathe and to sleep. So some of the place that I went, they actually have detoxing for 3 days, and then you join the program after the 3 days of detox. So let's just say you do that. The first 3 days you're in detox, where you don't have to go to any of the scheduled events that they schedule for you throughout the day. You still go to lunch and breakfast and dinner. Some will have them bring it to them into their rooms if you're not feeling well, because let's face it, you're not going to be feeling well. My first 3 days, I was coming off Adderall. I slept the entire time. I got up for food, went back to sleep. Got up for food, went back to sleep. Then the next part, you will be involved with a schedule. What you're trying to do is get your life back. So they schedule things. They schedule a 6 a.m. wake up, 7 a.m. breakfast. 8 a.m. you do your like housekeeping. So you'll switch from week to week. Like 1 week you might have to mop the floors, clean up the rec area, clean the bathrooms. All of the people, the patients, the rehabbers will decide who does what. But so from like 8 to 9, you'll do that. From 9 to 10, you might have some time to get ready, like private time for relaxation and reflection, where you can like take a shower. And then from 10 to noon, you'll have classroom where you sit and you read the books, NAAA, or you could do some kind of music therapy or group therapy. And then you'll have lunch from like 12 to 1. And then from 2 to 3, 1 to 2, you might have some more personal time. 2 to 5, you'll have more group therapy. And then most likely throughout that group therapy, you'll get pulled out on your own to go see a therapist and have your one-on-one therapy sessions, because you do have therapy sessions one-on-one, which is a great opportunity for you to work with that therapist on what you're going to do after, what life might look like after these 30 days. Do you need to go into a group home if you don't have anywhere to go and you need to really have some more structure in your life? They'll help you get into one of those. It's such a great opportunity for that reason alone. You know, I promise you, I promise you that it is an opportunity for you. It is a blessing, and that it will change your life if you let it. Do not underestimate how very special and lucky you are if you're an inpatient and you're able to do these programs. There are literally people dying out on the streets and would do anything to be where you are. So please, please take full advantage of it. Prepare yourself. Really get sober. You will leave the facilities, but only for AA and NA meetings. Sometimes they'll bring in an AA and NA meetings to the facility, but you'll also be able to get on a bus with your fellow people and go to meetings together. You really do form bonds there. I still talk to some of the people from the rehab that I was in, and I actually met my husband at rehab. I know that's a big no-no. They say no, and we didn't like hook up in rehab, but we became friends in rehab, and after rehab, we stayed friends, and we ended up dating and getting married. We were I couldn't be here without him. So, it's such an opportunity for you. Remember, not everybody can get this opportunity. So if you're able to do this, take full opportunity of it, full advantage of it. Do the program, finish the program. It may just save your life. My name is Lauren. I have some numbers below that might help you, because the hardest part is really getting there. I hope you're feeling well. I hope you know that life can be easier, and it will be easier once you learn how to live without being intertwined with drugs. Take care, and I'll see you next time.